What is happening, guys? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about AETOS Apparel. I know you guys have been super excited about this and wanting to know some details, and I have had some stuff from them for a few days now, and I'm ready to offer some thoughts. Alright, so AETOS Apparel, as you all probably know, is the new brand started by Alex Costa and is the brother brand to the Forte series. On their site, they explain their goal was to create clothing items that helped the everyday man look his full potential, and that was something that spoke to me because, well, I'm definitely not the fittest person. I need all the help I can get for sure. So what I did was I picked up a few shirts from this brand. I got 6 shirts in both the large and XL sizes, so I can give you guys a combination of sizes and a combination of looks. Now, what we have here first is the sky blue short sleeve tee in both the large and XL sizes, the short sleeve Henley in mist gray in both sizes as well, and then finally the classic black short sleeve in both sizes. Now, before we talk about the fit, let's talk about what makes up these shirts. You see, it all starts in the fabric, which they say is made up of a mid-weight blend of premium cotton, modal, and stretch. And I gotta tell you, what I feel when I pick up one of these shirts is soft, and just more soft. I mean, it's unbelievably soft, and the material for me has a very specific look to it. It's very velvety, but it also doesn't have the look and feel of, say, Under Armour or athletic wear, which is great in my opinion. They also say there's some additional features built into the shirt here, including 4-way stretch, a warp-free collarette, which we will talk about in a second, an eclipse hem to reduce bunching around the waist, and it's also pre-shrunk. Now, I want to go back to the collar real quick. This is something that I've learned to look at over the years, especially in more recent times. You see, bacon neck or bacon collar is a real thing, and sometimes people see it a lot in different shirts, including ones here that I've got that I've had in the past from ESNTLS. Now, I've only had the AETOS shirts for a couple of days, so I want to be fair and say that I've had and worn the other ones from ESNTLS quite a few times, months actually, but in looking at the collar, we can see that AETOS did do something a little different in that section of the shirt. It has some really solid stitching going on there. Now though, let's talk fit. I'm going to first share the larges as that's my normal size, the one that I normally wear. With the regular t-shirts here, we can see that the main areas, the shoulders, chest, arms, and stomach all have what I would consider positive results. It's not, really too tight. It's not looking odd or boxy, or on the opposite end, it's not too loose in some of those areas. And I think it's safe to say that we can see where they paid attention to the details as far as the cut and flow of the shirt as it sits on the body. Switching over to the XL though, on the t-shirts, you can see, of course, it's bigger. Obviously, it's a little bigger, but I think this actually offers us a chance to see the details a bit easier. For example, look at the waist section. You can see that even though this shirt is obviously too big on me, they've still put some form into the cut in the midsection. So instead of it being too big and boxy on the sides, it has that contour, giving it some form. In my opinion, it's details like this that make these what they are. I think they really paid attention to small details like that. And the same too goes for the Henley, which I actually think fits even better because of the collar, which I'll touch on in a second, but I think it really fits nicely in all the same areas. But what's super nice too is when I switch to the XL in the Henley, it still fits really well. It fits even better actually. You can obviously tell in the arms it's not as fitted. It's a little looser there, of course, but beyond that, it's not super wide in the collar like what you would normally see when you move up a size in a Henley. Now, I do have to say, after looking everything over, wearing it for the past couple of days, putting them through the paces, I do have to say I think these are pretty good shirts. They are really well made, and I can tell they put a lot of time into designing them. For starters, I love the fabric on them. I think the details and the stitching and everything overall into the making of the shirt is just very nice, very high quality. I do, of course, have a couple pieces of criticism that I would put on these. I think the ESNTLS tees are just a tiny bit softer, at least out of the package, but honestly, I have been having a few issues with those shirts really just looking rough after a couple wears and washes. And so far, I have to say that AETOS shirts have been doing a little bit better in that area. I also think the collar on the AETOS t-shirts are just a tad too wide for my preference, like just a smidge too wide. It's not a huge deal. It's not something, super noticeable, but it was something that I noticed when I first put it on. It's just a tad too wide for my preference. I do have to say though, this is not the case for the Henleys. Those fit really well, and the collar is just perfect size in my opinion on that one. And so other than those two pieces of criticism, I am really happy with what I got here. And if you'd like to check these out for yourself, there is a code in the description there for you to use. And I do highly recommend you check these out, especially if you enjoyed the ESNTLS t-shirts. That is it though for today. I really hope you enjoyed taking a look at these with me. And if you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, take it easy. I'll see you next time.